So here's what we've got. We have S, A, B, C, and D tiers because most cereals fit within those tiers. And then, of course, we have the trash tier because some cereals are kind of trash. So to start us off, we have Apple Jacks. Now, Apple Jacks, solid B tier cereal. No better, no worse. This is like if you had to have cereal for some reason, you were having it for breakfast like I do every day, then if you had Apple Jacks, no reason to complain. Tastes great, but isn't like outstanding, just solid cereal. All right. Now this one, I think this goes with like the Count Chocula and the berry guy. This is I don't even know. You know what? I gotta add a tier. Because there's some I haven't had in so long or never had, and I just can't really rank them. So yeah, I can't really rank these. I haven't had them in God knows how long. It's been since I was like a tiny kid, you know, like I was like 5 years old or something, right? So can't really rank that. What else? We have Captain Crunch Classic. Okay, so Captain Crunch Classic, the flavor's great. It's got a nice sweetness. The crunch is nice. But as everyone knows, Captain Crunch does rip up the top of your mouth pretty badly. And in fact, for me, it kind of tears up like more than just like, it kind of tears up like my gums a little bit too. So I like it, but because of it tearing up your mouth, it's probably like a C tier. You can't really, it's hard to eat. You got to let it get sog first, you know? Okay. Crunch Berries, kind of on the same level. They still tear up your mouth, but the berries are a little bit easier to deal with. So I would say, man, where do those rank? All right, I'm going to say Crunch Berries, same tier. I'm not going to put them higher. They're not really that much better. So I can't really put them higher than that. What is the next one? Oh, Sprinkled Donut Crunch. Never had that. That sounds like a heart attack waiting to happen, though. Diabetes for sure. Oops, All Berries. It's all berries. It's like whatever. You take the sort of texture difference out of it when it's mixed with normal Captain Crunch. Obviously it doesn't tear up your mouth, but like I don't know anyone that actually wants to just eat only the berries in Captain Crunch. So I don't really care about that one. I think that one's kind of whatever. Not bad, but whatever. Okay, this is I think Peanut Butter Captain Crunch. Yeah, Peanut Butter Captain Crunch is a B. That's good. Peanut Butter Captain Crunch tastes great. Yes, it still messes up your mouth a little bit, but the peanut butter flavor added to that really makes up for it, especially like with the milk, because you get that like peanut buttery milk at the end. Dude, so good. I haven't had it in a while, but I remember loving this when I did have it. So definitely a B, not too much higher, because again, it's kind of like one note, but it's good. Plain Cheerios, I mean, that's a D. It's like, yeah, because it's not trash, because like plain Cheerios are okay, but like, they're not that great. Like plain Cheerios are kind of like, I don't know why you'd really want to eat them. I mean, they go good mixed with like other stuff, but by itself, actually no, Cheerios is kind of trash. Plain Cheerios is kind of trash because after like 3 bites, it just starts to taste like cardboard. I know some people really like plain Cheerios, but I cannot. I can't do that. Plain Cheerios is pretty trash. Chocolate Cheerios. Chocolate Cheerios are pretty solid, but again, very one note. There's just not anything like. That's the thing. When you have a cereal that's just chocolate, right? It's good, but it's just chocolate. Like there's nothing else going on there. Cheerios, like texture-wise, aren't really that unique. Pretty similar texture to other cereals. So, I mean, chocolate Cheerios, you know, whatever. It's like a C tier. It's not bad. It's just chocolate Cheerios. Frosted Cheerios, that's a B. Frosted Cheerios taste nice. The nice thing about this is it doesn't feel overwhelming to eat. Like chocolate Cheerios can kind of be like, okay, this is like, it's like Cocoa Puffs a little bit, right? Where you're just like, God, like, okay, I get it. It's chocolate. Frosted Cheerios is like, it has the sweetness to where it kind of covers up the like cardboardiness of normal Cheerios. But then you have the frostedness where it's just like a light sweetness. And I like that a lot. So I would say Frosted Cheerios are up there. Chex. D. On this list, it'd be kind of like a D. It's not anything too special. I don't hate it, but it's also like, I mean, who really cares that much, right? Rice Chex. Chex needs to stay in its lane, stick with the snack food. That's kind of what I'm saying too, man. Like Chex is kind of like whatever, you know? Like it's not bad. It's just like, I don't know, it's kind of boring. What is this next one? Blueberry? I haven't had blueberry Chex, can't rank that. Cinnamon, oh gosh, cinnamon Chex, can't rank that. I haven't had that. Chips Ahoy cereal, I think I have had. Not enough to be able to rank it. Cinnabon, I haven't had that. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Ooh, okay. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that's an S tier. I mean, I don't know anyone who doesn't like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Like, you get the really nice sweet cinnamon milk at the end. Plus, the great thing is that when Cinnamon Toast Crunch gets like more soggy, it's like arguably better. It's so good, whether it's like freshly coated in milk or it has been sitting in it for like a minute. Like it's just good all the way around. So Cinnamon Toast Crunch, definitely S tier, 100%. Cocoa Puffs. So I was talking about how chocolate can be kind of like overwhelming after a while. Cocoa Puffs is kind of the one chocolate cereal that's able to get it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like a ratio thing or what, but Cocoa Puffs are pretty solid. I don't mind them. Again, kind of one note, right? All these three are sort of one note. Apple Jacks, you can make an argument, is a little less one note, but they're all like good flavors that you probably won't want to eat every morning for breakfast, but you definitely want to mix in there, you know, at some point. Cookie Crisp is A tier. Some people can't stand Cookie Crisp. I fucking love Cookie Crisp. Cookie Crisp is so good. I can't give it S tier because like there is a very like sort of manufactured taste to it. I don't know what the word would really be for it, but it's not quite on that same tier, but I love Cookie Crisp. This used to be my birthday cereal every year. So we had a thing where, because we didn't have a lot of money growing up, like kind of our like guaranteed birthday gift growing up was like a certain cereal that we wanted. And so like our mom would make sure to go get our birthday cereal, and nobody else could have that. It was just for whoever's birthday it was, and they got to have that the next, 3-4 mornings or whatever. So that was pretty cool. I have fond memories with Cookie Crisp, and I still, every now and then I'll get a little bit of it to this day because I like it. Cornflakes, despite the meme in Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, are trash. Cornflakes are super boring. There's like hardly any flavor there. Just like super boring. Cornflakes is definitely pretty trash. Pops is like a D. Pops is a really like slimy texture to these that I'm not a huge fan of. That's kind of like a big no thanks, man. I'm not a huge Pops guy. Not trash, but boring. So D. If it's kind of gross and boring, that's trash. If it's kind of like whatever and boring, it's a D. It's kind of the ranking I give it there. Count Chocula. Oh, this is the one I've had the most out of the three. I would say Count Chocula is like a D or a C. Sorry. This one I've actually had enough to be able to like feel comfortable ranking, and I remember enjoying it for what it was. I kind of was just wishing I had Cocoa Puffs when I had it, but wasn't bad. If you have it, it's a solid cereal. You'll eat it. It's sweet. It's nice, and that's that. Cracklin' Oat Bran. I don't know what the fuck that is. I can't rank that. I'm assuming that's trash, but I'll put it there. Eggo maple syrup. I haven't had this, but I'm assuming it's probably pretty good. But I haven't had it, so I can't rank it. The berry one, I can't rank either. I haven't had that one. French Toast Crunch. That's an A. French Toast Crunch is super good. It's not S tier for me. I reserve S tier for like the best of the best. So I can't give that S tier. But French Toast Crunch, man, like every time I have French Toast Crunch, the first couple of bites of it are like heaven. And then the rest of it's good too. But like, man, A bite of that in the morning, oh, it's so good, and it gives like a nice like maple leaf flavor to the milk afterwards. Like the after milk of cereals is so important, and it's like the cereals up here give such good after milk, dude. Like that. Oh, love French toast crunch. I need to get that next time I go to the store. I haven't had it in a long time now. I need to get that. Okay, Fruit Loops. Okay. Oh, Fruit Loops is a tough one. Fruit Loops is a tough one because, man, sometimes you're just in the mood for Fruit Loops and you have them and they're so fucking good, dude. They're so good. And then other times they're not. Other times it's like just kind of an average cereal. For now, it's going to go A because Fruit Loops are usually really good. For now, it's going to be A. But I might move that down later in this list. We'll see. Because I don't know if I'm totally sold on that being on the same level as these two, but whatever. Frosted Flakes, solid B tier. Frosted Flakes are pretty much always tasty. They don't sog like too fast, and they don't get like gross sog until like pretty late in eating it. So they hold up. They make the milk taste pretty good. They're just kind of boring. Like they're good but boring. Like that's why they're kind of on the same level as like Frosted Cheerios for me, because like frosted flavor is good, but it's just kind of sugar. Like there's not much else to it. So solid cereal for sure. I know some people are like Frosted Flakes is like their cereal, and like congrats if you like it that much. I'm not really on that same level. Frosted Mini Wheats, I get these a lot. Original Frosted Mini Wheats is A tier. Not quite S tier, because these are not great when they're soggy. They do get like a little too sog, and they also like soak up a lot of milk, and then you feel like you're like out of milk like halfway through the bowl, so you have to pour a fuck ton of milk, and it's just super unhealthy, you know? like obviously all of these are bad for you, but like Mini Wheats can be especially bad because of how much fucking milk you have to use for these. So I only get like a box or two whenever I do my big shopping trips. But they're still delicious. So like there's a sweet spot where it's like a minute after you've put the milk in these, like they're so good. But then I don't know, it just doesn't always hit the best balance. But I love the texture. It's a great texture. So what is this? Golden Crisp. Isn't this what Sugar Crisp used to be? Golden Crisp. These are like the little what's the off-brand one called? There's an off-brand one that comes in like a bag. These are good though. I like these. Solid B. These have can have sort of a weird texture at times, but for the most part they're pretty good. Golden Crisp is a nice sweetness, but not overpowering. Like you can get through a whole bowl and still feel pretty good. So yeah, solid B tier. Golden Grams is an A, dude. Golden Grams is so goddamn good, and arguably the off-brand one's even better. Like I could make that argument, but I will say Golden Grams has such a good flavor to it, and the after milk tastes awesome. I love Golden Grams. Those are great. Gorilla, I don't know what the fuck the Gorilla Munchies are. Honey Bunches of... Okay, all right, Honey Bunches of Oats. It's a B. Honey Bunches of Oats is a B tier cereal. Some people fucking love Honey Bunches of Oats, man. Like, I see people talking about this cereal like it is like all holy, all praised God tier cereal. And I will say that Honey Bunches of Oats has like unique things in it that make it not so like one note. But man, this shit, I hate Honey Bunches of Oats when it gets soggy. I like halfway through my bowl of Honey Bunches of Oats, I'm like, I wish I didn't have this one for breakfast. So it's like, it's a B because it's good at the beginning, but like, it gets kind of like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm done eating this cereal now, and I don't want to finish this bowl of cereal. So I have it as B tier. Some people grew up with it, so I'm like, okay, like you love it, fine. But even as someone that's had it for a good part of their lives, it's kind of whatever. Honeycomb, that's an A. Oops. Honeycomb's an A, dude. Honeycomb cereal's so good. It's really light, so it's like a nice, sweet, like light, puffy cereal, rather than like super crunchy. And like when it gets sogged a little bit, it's still real good, and it makes the milk taste so good, dude. So Honeycomb, I love honey. I haven't had it in a long time now, but oh, love that cereal. It's a good one. Honey Nut Cheerios. It's like almost disrespectful not to put this in S tier, but I don't believe it is. It's an A tier for me. So here's the thing, okay? Like these other honey cereals, it's kind of like sort of this one note flavor. The thing is that Honey Nut Cheerios basically perfected that, and it's good. Honey Nut Cheerios, when you haven't had them in a while, are good. It's just not a cereal I can like eat like every day for breakfast and be like, yeah, this is like the best cereal. Like I like it every now and then, but I don't know. Sometimes it just doesn't hit the way you want it to. It's kind of disappointing. But because of how much of a mainstay it is in the cereal household for people, it has to be an A. Donut cereal, yeah, if I wanted to die, I'll put that in my body, sure. Go Lean, this shit's fucking trash, dude. That sucks. I've had it. It's not good. Kix, it's a D. It's also kind of whatever. It's in this same tier as like who cares. It's something you feed to preschoolers, so there you go. Crave is also D. I've had it. It's not that good. I don't know what people love about Crave. It's the chocolate in it is like weird and bitter at times. Texture's weird. It doesn't even go that well with the milk. Like, it's a D. It's not good, but it's not like complete trash. It's just I would not choose that over pretty much any other cereal. I've been going in order this whole time. I kind of want to hop around this last row here. Okay. Because there's some I've been like waiting to touch on. Sour Patch Kids cereal I haven't had, but if you are getting this for breakfast every day, there's something wrong with you. That's awful. Like candy cereal, like cereal's already basically candy, right? So why get one that's even like more candy? Like I don't know about that one, man. Flavor's great. I love Sour Patch Kids, but like I'm gonna get Sour Patch Kids, not Sour Patch Kids cereal. It's a little overkill. S'mores. Have I had this one? Well, if I can't remember, then I probably haven't had it in a while, so I can't really rank that one. Just getting some of these can't rank ones out of the way because they need to get out of the way. What else have I not had enough of? Waffle Crisp. I haven't had that. Anything else? I haven't had Pop-Tart cereal. I fucking love Pop-Tarts. People that know me know I love Pop-Tarts. In fact, I'm going to do a Pop-Tarts tier list at some point too. So, but I cannot rank Pop-Tart cereal. I have not had that. Oh, Lucio. What the Overwatch cereal? Yeah. No thanks. I'm going to put Nutter Butters in there. I've had this cereal, but I can't rank it. Gio would be angry. Well, I didn't rank Lucio's, so it's whatever. I would probably put them in trash if I did have them, but you know. Maybe it would surprise me. Maybe it'd be something good. Yeah, Nutter Butter cereal I haven't had enough of. I know I've had this before, but I can't remember what it tastes like. The rest of these I can rank. Let's start off with, let's get the Krispies out of the way. So Rice Krispies, it's another D tier, unfortunately. I actually like Rice Krispies, and I don't mind them on their own, but it is pretty boring. And it's just not like, it doesn't have flavor like these ones at least have. So Rice Krispies kind of has to be in that D tier too. Chocolate Krispies is a C tier. I like the Chocolate Krispies. Smacana with the follow. Oh, and the subscription with Prime. The legend. Chocolate Krispies are kind of on that same level with other chocolate cereals where they're like solid. They're fun. It's a little bit more, you don't want to have them that often, but they're solid. What can we go with next here? Oh, let's get the kind of similar ones out of the way. So Cocoa Pebbles, also kind of C tier. I look at that and Cocoa Krispies as sort of the same sort of thing. Every time I've had them, I mean, I don't know. Cocoa Krispies has like slightly bigger pieces, you know, but it's nothing like too special. They're kind of similar to me. Good, but nah. Fruity Pebbles though. I really like Fruity Pebbles, okay? Okay, it's A tier. It's A tier for me. I know some people disagree, but like, I fucking love Fruity Pebbles. Like, it can get a little weird when it sogs, but like, man, I like Fruity Pebbles a lot. And maybe that's just my like overly sweet taste palette, but like, man, I love Fruity Pebbles, okay? Don't judge me. What do I do next? Let's do these Oreos. Okay, so these Oreo ones are okay. I've had them a couple times. They're borderline. I can't rank them because I probably haven't had them enough to give them a really fair ranking. But I will say when I had them, like it was all right. It was, you know, kind of like C tier. Like it's pretty good. I think if I had them more, I might bump them up a little bit because I do remember enjoying this one. But it also might have been slightly stale when I had it. So again, can't like fairly completely rank that. Okay, Reese. Ooh, let's do Reese's Puffs next. Okay, Reese's Puffs is fucking A tier. Actually, that's S. Let me. Do I put it S tier? Yeah, it's that good, dude. It's Reese's Puffs. It's so fucking Reese's Puffs. Reese's Puffs. Peanut butter chocolate flavor, dude. Reese's Puffs is so good. Man, every time I have that cereal, it's so good, and it makes for like the perfect milk. Like the after milk is so good with that's mentally what pushed it to S for me, was like that after milk is so good with Reese's Puffs. It has to be up there in S. It is so damn good. Nothing else more to say. And they have great commercials, so if that does anything for you. What else do we have? Let's do Trix next. Trix is okay. So like growing up, I know like as a kid, I loved Trix. Yo, Nick with the sub too, dude. You guys are like way too nice. But I swear it was the like Mandela effect. Like these things were shaped like fruit. 100% were shaped like fruit. When they were shaped like fruit, they were like god tier. When they weren't shaped like fruit, they were boring. So I don't know what to rank them. I feel like now, do they look like shapes now? Dude, I'm actually, hold on. Okay, so they had it and then they didn't. Trix, I'm just gonna put in B tier because it's like a good cereal. It's not quite, well, actually, if I'm based on the other cereals in the, it's actually kind of on the same level for me as some of these ones in A tier. No, not quite. It's probably B tier. It's not quite on the same level as most of those for me. Okay, the next one I want to rank is Mini Wheats. Okay, Strawberry Mini Wheats, A tier. It's very good. It has that like Nesquik like nostalgia strawberry flavor where it's very like, you can definitely tell it's like processed strawberry flavor, but it's good. And it makes for strawberry milk afterwards, which is great. So yeah, I like Strawberry Mini Wheats. I get these sometimes. I wish they had Blueberry Mini Wheats on here because I actually like those a little bit better. But Strawberry Mini Wheats are good. I like those. Nothing else to say. Moving on. Special K. Okay, let's get some of these out of the way. Special K Original. Like, it's kind of like D, like whatever. It's fine. Nothing special about it, man. It's Special K. It's like another brand cereal, whatever. Is this? Yes, this one. This Special K is B tier. This Special K with like the little yogurt bits in it. This one's good. This one adds that little bit of sweetness it needs to push it a little bit higher. It's good. I love it. Yeah, that Special K is good. Wheaties is trash. Who the fuck eats Wheaties, dude? If you get that and actually eat the cereal instead of just getting the box for like your favorite sports players, I don't know what you're doing. Like maybe if you like really need fiber, I could get that, but there are better fiber cereals out there than fucking Wheaties, dude. That shit sucks. Yeah. Wheaties were really good like 60 years ago. Not good anymore, man. Much better cereals out here. Okay, we're down to the final 5 here. Okay, the final 5. I saved these for a reason because they're all very good, and it's gonna be hard for me to rank them, so I didn't want to rush into it. Okay. Which one to start with? I'll start with Original Life. Original Life. Based on the other things I ranked here, I would say Original Life is probably... Do I like it more than the things in B tier? I kind of do. I'm going to say it's A tier. Original Life is no. See, that's the thing. Okay, Original Life, I like a lot, but I never go for it over other Life flavors. And I just don't know if I would go for it over some of these other cereals. Obviously, it's a little healthier. Well, I say obviously, but actually all these cereals are kind of deceiving, if I'm being honest. Like, no cereal is healthy for you. I just eat it because it's cheap and I can afford it for breakfast. Yeah, I'd say it's probably B tier. It's just not, it's not quite there, but it's close. It would be like the top of, I'm going to put it top of B tier. Okay. Not that these really signify like tier rankings all the way down, but it has to be the closest to A tier because it's almost there. Okay. Raisin Bran, normal Raisin Bran, solid B tier. Normal Raisin Bran, it's not like that flavorful, but boy, does that stuff make you shit. If you are backed up, you eat normal Raisin Bran, because man, it will go through you. But it's good. It's not a bad cereal. It's like just a nice like B tier sort of. If you're looking for a cereal that's not like overly sweet but has like hints of it, that still is like solid, Raisin Bran's all right. Okay, Raisin Bran Crunch. Raisin Bran Crunch is S tier. Okay. Raisin Bran Crunch is one of the best fucking cereals. It's so good, dude. It takes normal Raisin Bran, but it makes it like the flakes themselves are like lighter, like they're fluffier. They're not as like gritty as normal Raisin Bran, where it's like there's so much like fiber packed into them that it's just like you're just eating fiber, right? Like Raisin Bran Crunch has that like extra little bit of like, oh, there you go. The tier 1 to Sam. Big time. Big time. And that's so cool. Okay, Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms is, that's an A tier. And it's like the normal Lucky Charms pieces, right? Like just like the grain pieces are fine. But it's almost like they're so like just fine that it makes the marshmallows that much better. And so all of a sudden you have like, you feel spoiled when you get the bites of marshmallows and you're like, oh yeah, oh, this is the good shit. Like, oh, it makes it like, it's like, the best way I can put it is it's like you're like doing a treasure hunt where you're scooping out all the grain pieces so you can eat those, and then all you have are marshmallows left, and it's like 3-4 bites of just like heaven marshmallows. It's so good. Lucky Charms is a great cereal. Not as good as those 3 at the top, but it's a great cereal. And then last but not least, Cinnamon Life. Cinnamon Life is the best cereal of all time. Cinnamon Life is the best goddamn cereal in the world. I love this cereal. I grew up having this cereal every once in a while, and every time I had it, I'm like, where does this come from? Where is this made? Like, it's the best thing I've ever seen. That cereal, okay, they slightly changed their, at one point recently, they changed the recipe slightly. I don't know what they changed because it does taste slightly different than it used to, but it doesn't dethrone it from being the best goddamn cereal out there. Additionally, okay, the reason it's above the other two, okay, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, love it. Great. I've talked about how great it is. The cereal can almost get over cinnamony at the end, right? It's like a little bit too much at the end, but it's not bad, obviously. That's why it's still S tier. But like Life Cinnamon, oh, Cinnamon Life gives it the perfect amount of cinnamon at the end. It's just a nice little hint of it that adds a little bit of extra flavor to your milk. It's just, oh, it's so good. Now, the big criticism, right? The big criticism that Life cereal gets is that it sogs quickly, right? It sogs quickly. And I get that criticism, and when people like feel like they can't put Life at like the top of their lists or whatever, I get it. I'm like, I know, but also, why is it even getting to the point of being soggy? Why aren't you just shoveling it down faster, dude? It's so good. So easy S tier. Yeah, just don't use like a ton of milk. If you use the same amount of milk on Life cereal that you do with like fucking mini wheats, you're screwed. That's just gonna be Life soup. You gotta be gentle with it. Caress it with milk, okay? Caress your cereal. So like, I can't like put them on there. But here's what I would do, okay, if I was ranking these. So Marshmallow Mateys, dude, that shit's also A tier, if I could put it there. Marshmallow Mateys, oh, I love that shit growing up. It's like not quite as good as Lucky Charms, but like for an off-brand cereal, that's like as close as it gets, man. Like, this malto meal bullshit is as close as you can get to those actual Lucky Charms, and I loved it growing up. That would absolutely be like A tier for sure. The Frosted Flakes, not as good. I do actually kind of like their texture better, but the flavor's not as good as normal Frosted Flakes. Those would probably be like C tier. Oat Blenders, I don't think I've had those. Is that their, oh, that's probably their Honey Bunches of Oats off-brand, right? I've maybe had that once. I can't rank that one. Fruity Dino Bites, oh, dude. I used to love that shit. I used to love Fruity fucking Dino Bites, dude. Again, slightly different flavor than Fruity Pebbles, but like, it's so close to that. Like, those would probably also be A tier, dude. I fucking love Fruity Dino Bites. Fucking poverty kid me is like exploding out of my system right now. Loved that shit. Berry Colossal Crunch. I had this, but I would probably end up being in like C tier still, because I don't remember liking it any more than normal Captain Crunch stuff. So that's kind of whatever. Cookie Bites I never had. Can't do that one. Honey Nut Scooters is kind of lame. It's not really nearly as good as Honey Nut Cheerios. Again, different texture, so it's like, I actually like the different texture a little bit, but it's probably like a C, D tier area. It's not really that good. Golden Puffs are good. Golden Puffs are real good. I like these. And there's so many, that's the thing. There's so much Golden Puffs in these bags, dude. You can eat a bag of Golden Puffs for like a year. There's so much, it's great. So I'd probably put that in B or A, somewhere in there, because it's pretty damn good. What else do they have? Tutti Fruities, yeah. Tutti Fruities is all right. It's not Fruit Loops. It's a little bit of a weird flavor, but it's not bad. In ways, it's a little more, I don't know. Tutti Fruities would probably be B, close to the top of B for me. I liked Tutti Fruities, just they're not Fruit Loops. Cocoa Dino Bites, don't remember loving those as much. Probably C tier. Don't remember liking those a ton, but I do remember having them. Where's the one that I really like though? There's one that it showed. Blueberry Muffin Toasters are fucking S tier, dude. Blueberry Muffin Toasters, that cereal was so good. Oh my god. We had to fight over that. Cameron and I had to fight over that shit when we were younger. Because blueberry fucking muffin toasters, baby. Blueberry muffin top cereal. This shit's so good. It's so good. Absolutely S tier. Not at the top of S tier. It's not better than these four, but it would fucking be an S tier. It's so goddamn good. Love blueberry muffin toasters. I just had to make sure to get that one out of the way. Okay. Apple Zings I've had. They're solid. Probably a B tier. I remember enjoying those. Cinnamon Toasters I had. They're not as good. They're much worse than normal Cinnamon Toast Crunch. There's something missing pretty heavily from these. These are probably C tier. I don't remember liking Cinnamon Toasters that much. Frosted Mini Spooners are good though. Frosted Mini Spooners were good. These actually were arguably better at least when I was younger, I kind of liked these more than normal mini wheats because they're smaller, which made it more accessible for my small child mouth. So that was nice. Honey buzzers. Is that what these were called? Were they called honey buzzers? Ooh. I do remember peanut butter colossal crunch, and that shit was fucking good, baby. Honey buzzers, I think, is what I was thinking of. Honey buzzers, honeycomb, kind of the same thing. It's good. Both of those A tier. Cockoroos, no. Cockoroos are like C or D. Cockoroos are kind of bland. I just got wait. I got retweeted by an account called Love Cereals because I said I was ranking them. Wait, what is this? It's like a bot, I think?